Libra, welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Christine. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Libra Love Tarot Reading, Libra Love Reading, and as is often the case here at the Tarot Closet, Libra Love Messages Reading. Libra, I'm channeling for you in June 2023. However, so you could be here in real time, of course, but you could also be here many months, even years later. All readings are timeless and meant for you when they find you. These are fated connections between you and I when you have arrived at a reading and when you're ready to receive a message or messages, perhaps some new insight, validation for what you already know, something that completely throws us both off. Let's see what's going on. Libra, in the description, you will find all the playlists, all zodiac signs, messages from your person, love tarot readings. If you are on a twin flame journey, there are many, I guess probably about 100 now, twin flame readings down below, also in the description, and other readings, so feel free to explore if you're inspired. I will link all the decks that come in today. You will also find thetarotcloset.com. We're ready to go. Please remember that all readings are general readings. Take what is for you and let the rest go. Before we begin, I would like to take this time to invite you to like today's video and subscribe to the Tarot Closet if you have not. This helps so much more than you know to keep the channel growing. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Let's see what's going on, Libra. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. This is somebody that you love, Libra, that loves you. You are not communicating. Things are not very stable. Interesting. The Three of Pentacles in reverse is the first card coming down. This is Mars and Capricorn energy. Here's the thing. This is a collaborative energy. I want to say, for me, this is using your communication skills, because how can you build this, what do you want to call it, structure? How can you build a foundation? Build up on the foundation with these pentacles and reach the fruits of your labor, reach the abundance if you're not communicating. This is about communicating for me. You know what? I can't hear you. Putting the pentacle here instead of here, and then it comes down, and the other person, the other crow in the partnership can't reach the cherries that feeds them both. That's the stability. And this is stable because there's communication here in the upright. We also have these little rocks here, which for me are about, you know, when you're going on a trail, think of it like, well, the journey, your journey, this connection, a relationship, a connection. And you're going off and hiking and you want to find your way back. So you stack these rocks and they're like markers to show you which way to go. And that's also communication and putting them there. That's the foundation, so you know where to go. Then you have to communicate to get where you want to go, which is to get wherever your destination is on your walk, on your journey of love. But more than likely it's to the abundance, whatever that means for you, whether that is living with someone, marrying someone, dating them, building a family, building a life together, even simply talking to somebody. It's in reverse. This is the lack of communication, the lack of growth. It's not time right now. There's no communication here. And it's sad. And I'm breathless. I don't know if you can hear it. Kind of interesting. This is why I'm breathless. It's the Ten of Wands and it's in reverse. And we're going to talk about the Two of Cups, and we're going to bring in a whole lot more, so don't worry. The Ten of Wands is Jupiter and Sagittarius energy, and it's in reverse. This is putting those, it's heavy, the loads that you have both been carrying, not talking. This is the energy of love, you know? It's very emotional. You see here, it's coming into the water. The scene also looks a little bit turbulent in some ways. Is this a storm coming in? Is it clouds? Looks a little bit like fog maybe. In any case, carrying those 10 wands has been quite difficult, I feel, for everybody. And that's the not communicating. It's the energy of love. There's been a lot of stress in this connection, and also just by not talking, this is putting them down and starting a new cycle. And we can see where your person, your someone you're here for, your specific person, maybe even somebody who's popping up for you, this is where their energy is the strongest. This is the Six of Pentacles in the upright. It's the moon in Taurus energy. This is a reciprocal, very giving energy. And there's a lot of connection here for me with justice. You can see the scales here, Libra, and that's bringing in the two of you, and that's reciprocal. So it's I don't want to say fair so much, but let's be honest. That's part of justice, is things being fair. And in a connection, very much here, as you can see, you need to communicate in order to have a stable foundation that you can build on to reach the cherries. It's in reverse, so there has been no communication here. I do feel like that is changing. This is a reciprocal giving energy. We can see here, even in the upright, that somebody in the connection was not giving to the connection. But what can that be? These are the pentacles. This is the physical relationship, the commitment, the 4 areas of support and stability: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. We can see her mentally connecting us also with the swords. Interestingly enough, we don't see any here yet, but the lack of communication. So somebody here was also not really communicating, I want to say. Maybe holding back communication, maybe even some dishonesty. For me, that's what this is today, is coming in and communicating. But of course, that connects to the entire connection in this relationship, this connection. What is this for you? Giving energy. So can it be that somebody else was getting more? Maybe. You see the 3 of Pentacles here. Third parties don't always mean other romantic parties. It can be, for sure, but it can also be your person, somebody in their own way, not communicating, for example, not being clear. Can also be work, money, somebody who's putting a lot more time and effort into money and a job, versus the connection, to the point where it's really suffering, the partnership. Family of origin, location, distance, cultural, religious differences. What is that? Some of you might be on a twin flame journey. It's not for everybody, but it's here in the 2 of Cups. This is Venus in Cancer energy. And it's the partnership placement. Soulmate energy too. So you're still connected here. But we can see there is healing really necessary in this lotus flower. Is there a decision coming through here? Yeah, you can see it. For me, this is about reconnecting. Where is that going to go? Is there something that needs to be revealed? Some truths possibly, because I do feel at some point the 6 of Pentacles was in reverse, and that can be a kind of one-sided energy, I want to say. Somebody maybe who's a little selfish, and having a hard time communicating, possibly giving to something else, whether it's work, money, family of origin, another family, love, what is it? But here you can see that your energies are still being exchanged and there's still love here. Can this be that somebody's coming in with a marriage proposal? It can be. That's often the case with the 2 of Cups, but it's not always the case, and we need more. So it's on the table, pun intended, but it's not really clear yet. We do see that there's a decision. We do see your energies are still, you're still thinking about each other. For some of you, there might be some actual exchanges, or okay, yeah, so look, it's the 10 of Cups in reverse. I was about to say for some of you, and it's not going to be for everyone, but it can even be that there's living in the same house, or recently departed from that. That won't be for everybody, but I'll tell you, and this is yours too, we'll look at it in a moment. It's the Ten of Cups. It's Mars in Pisces energy, and it's in reverse here. So we can see that there's trouble in this connection. And for some of you, that may mean a family, but you know, what is a family to you? So it's not just about, you know, the two birds here and the youngings. It can be for some of you, but it really, family, you're going to know what family is, okay? Because this is also maybe blending of families that didn't go well. Maybe introductions to family of origin. Maybe somebody's been afraid. So either you were in the Ten of Cups, you wanted to be, you were talking about it, it was interrupted, and you never quite got there yet. Whatever that is to you, I want to say, because the Ten of Cups is a really beautiful energy. It's supportive and loving, and it's very hopeful. As you can see, they're looking at each other here, and it sounds kind of, almost forms a little bit of a heart, and in a loving way. It's peaceful. It's peaceful here. It's a very peaceful scene. I almost feel like, I don't know, they almost look like olive trees. In any case, the tree is abundant as well, and there's the nest. So this building a life together, thinking about building a life together, a connection, a relationship, what is that, you know? And it's in reverse here. So it's the lack of that, and we see that. The lack of communication, the lack of stability in this connection. And we can see that a lot of that has to do with communication. However, you know, everybody has something going on that isn't always going to be pinpointed. It may or may not come through, but we see, I do feel that this Six of Pentacles was in reverse. It's a little bit of a spinner for me. And we can see that actually, that it's clear that it's, for me, it's the lack of communication in the connection. And it can be around a third party, but it's for sure with this person. And that's the other thing, the third party, again, it can also be somebody in the connections kind of in the way, you know? And here today, there's definitely a communication issue. This is somebody that you love, that still loves you. It's romantic love, it's partnership. It's here literally in the partnership placement. The Four of Cups, more Cancer and energy, more moon energy as well. It's the moon in Cancer. Yeah, there's some fear around this, some issues that maybe still aren't seen, but I kind of feel like things are getting illuminated. So obviously we're going to keep going here. But we can also see in the Four of Cups that they might be coming in here. So there's that giving energy. What's in that cup? You know, is it, what's in the communication, I feel? Is it an offer? Maybe. You know, it's super early. It's not real clear yet. But what is clear is that this is someone you love, that loves you. There's communication issues. And there has been some imbalance, possibly some untruths as well. This is not justice energy, the Six of Pentacles. It's the moon in Taurus. But this does bring in justice for me in the balance. You know, it's, what is it? Work, love, family, love, with giving, communication, commitment. What is it? But we can see here that it's a giving reciprocal energy, and it's really desperately needed. Because that is one of the really big issues here. And how are you feeling about it? Maybe apathetic, not really sure. It's interesting because it's the Two of Cups and it's the Four of Cups. But the Three of Cups is here. There is a soul connection. This is someone that they saw you, that you felt like, you know, you could be yourself with. So maybe that's why this feels like it's going to be, I don't know, this feels like it's going to be bigger than I realize. I kind of feel something bubbling up here. It's also an energy for some of you of really long-term energy, or even that feeling. And that can be the case in soul connections, twin flame journeys, whatever the case is for you. But this crow is hovering over these Three Cups, and that's bringing in the Three of Cups. And that's Mercury in Cancer energy. It's communication or lack thereof. Mercury, the planet of the mind, the planet of communication. So I think this might be you thinking about that. Lack of communication, what didn't get achieved, what got broken. here? Did you not reach the Ten of Cups? Did it get broken up? Because it can be broken family, broken marriage, broken connection. And we see that it's really all, it's the instability in the partnership here. The foundation may have also been not even secure. You know, for some of you that can mean just the really bare minimum important things like communication and honesty, or agreeing about things, about how you communicate or where you live, or whether this is physical or a connection that you're only talking to someone. In any case, the foundation and the pentacles clearly are not stable because it's in reverse, and that's due to, yeah, probably a lot of things, but communication is key here. And the Mercury and Cancer energy. So you being this crow today, kind of hovering over it and looking at the cup saying, I'm here, I'm remembering this, because this is either an emotional conversation that was had that didn't go well. For me, it's also a lack thereof. And it could have even been that it went down somewhere at an event for some of you, you know, with family and friends. It's not going to be for everybody at a particular event, or maybe it never happened. Maybe there was supposed to be, for some of you, a marriage, and that didn't happen. It broke up the connection. For some of you, it broke up the marriage. Whatever the case is, it's the Three of Cups. It's an emotional communication or lack thereof. And it just, look at this. It's putting the wands down now. It's coming in here. What is in there? Is it an apology? Is it a really big offer? Because something's coming in. It's the giving energy. They're seeing something here. It's reciprocal, so it's not one-sided. I'm wondering if we're going to see the King of Cups today. But there's putting it down now. It's like right in between you here. It's putting those down, starting a new cycle. What are they coming in here to give? Because we see somebody here was left just talking, saying, hello, hello, you know, even in the upright. And that can be here too. Everything seen here in the upright looks pretty peaceful, but we know it's in reverse. So somebody was left saying, hello, hello. So there is an apathy when it comes in, kind of out of nowhere. And is there something in there? Or is that just the glow from the sun and the moon? Because it's Cancer and energy. It's the moon in Cancer, and you can see that the sun is also here, kind of like twilight, you know? And the sun is the conscious, the moon is the subconscious, and it's highlighting everything, and it's full, and it's showing everything that needs to be shown. So it's like, look at these cups, and is there anything in there? Have you seen it? Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. I think we're going to take those three as well. Interesting. Oh, wow. Okay, so Libra. And this is just sliding right off. Libra. Okay. It's the World card. This could end up being really big. I felt this bubble up. And the Hierophant. Whew. This person coming back in here with a life-changing decision. This can be a marriage proposal. It can be additions to families too. So did something go wrong with blending as well for some of you? Or something around families? Your family together, your connection, other families? What happened here? Because this is sort of like, yeah, but it's coming in here. This is coming in. And it's involving a life-changing decision between the two of you. It can be marriage. Look at this. It's catty corner here with the Two of Cups. It's the World card. It's the future energy. It's divine timing, growth, communication, travel. Can be physical travel, but this is also the travel. This is within the journey. We see it here in the not so major arcana, not major arcana, Four of Cups. But we're seeing here in the major arcana, the World card. And this is coming back and either completing a goal or where you were, going back to where you were, if you were here or you wanted, or it was where you were heading. The Ten of Cups, the building of this foundation here. And sometimes it can be coming in and having closure. That's the thing. This, the Hierophant, is a marriage card. For me, commitment, slow-moving energy, but long-term partnerships, which I really felt this energy here. And some help needed, I feel like. Whether you have been, this is a connection where you're seeking help or not, or you're planning to, should you be coming back together, it's here. So that's a pretty clear message. I realize that's not for everyone. And if you're on a twin flame journey, it's something else, you know. I'm not going to go into that because it is something else. But of course, if you're resonating, you're here. And it's connecting directly with the World card here. This can really be something really big. Also, that this person was running from, and the lack of communication, possibly. What is that third party? Is it romantic, family, work? What is it? You know, I don't even say possibly. In fact, I'm going to say with clarity that, yeah, there is a third party, but it doesn't mean it's romantic. It can be for some of you, but whatever the case is, there has been. And that has just broken up everything here, okay? And this is somebody who wants to come back in, but they have been afraid to change. What is that? Here in the World card, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius, Libra, they are fixed signs. They don't really like change. But here they come nonetheless. It's divine timing, and it's also communication for me. And it's making a decision. They're making the decision, and look at this. But it could also be bringing in a decision between the two of you, and we can really see that because that came through really, really very early here. This is most definitely, as I said, a soulmate connection, a soul connection. It's you obviously met for a reason. Your destinies are intertwined. For some of you, there are children involved. It's not for everybody. A lot of times that can be when some people, when they disconnect, you know, they look back in retrospect and realize, well, that was the reason they needed to bring particular life into the world, I want to say. Whatever the case here is, this is a really giving energy and it's really strong marriage vibe. So whether this is with someone you're with, this is somebody else, or it's simply, again, even coming in with just a lot to say. Now the question is, there's two things here. This is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. And on one hand, I do feel that it's your person, you're someone that's here today. It's the past energy coming out of it for them of, well, yeah, not communicating, not doing anything about it. But it's also your energy of being tired of waiting and being dangerously close to walking away. It's the Seven of Pentacles. Just want to show you the card. It's Venus and Taurus energy, and look where this crow is sitting. Right here on the nest. And this reversal and this broken connection, for some of you, broken family or blending or introductions or future dreams, whatever it is, everything here was dashed. You stopped communicating, even though you still love each other. They're having some huge realizations, putting down these wands. I feel that everybody is, and things are moving again. What direction? This can be, again, it could be coming together or making a huge decision to part. But it's really big. This feels life-changing. Sitting on this nest here, quite literally, Venus, the love nest. And keeping these pentacles warm and safe. You have this one beaming up here. That's the seventh, and that's assessing everything. You've been waiting here for what? Waiting for an outcome. Waiting for the Ten of Cups. Waiting to go back into the Ten of Cups. Waiting for communication. Waiting for a message. Whatever it is, wherever you are, this is where you've been. And that nest of building a connection, building a life, building a relationship, building a family, whatever it is for you, it's where you've been waiting. It's a barren kind of winter scene, it appears. This bird is just looking here off. You know, it's all the way over here under their energy and looking here at the entire reading, waiting for this outcome. Yeah, I'm being told that I need to take these. Maybe this one as well, we'll see. And it's in reverse. So this is waiting and waiting, keeping it safe, the love nest, the dreams, what you had, maybe what wasn't there anymore, whatever the case may be, and it's in reverse now. And I will say it's clear for some of you that it has to do with a long-term commitment, maybe marriage, but long-term, or maybe even getting some type of counseling for some of you, but because you see the Hierophant right there in the middle of it. And for me, this is this is a major arcana, and it's in the upright. It's Taurus energy, it's divine masculine energy, and there is a lot of expectations around it, conformity, traditions. So for me, that might have been, well, you can see that it was affected. However that is going to be for you, whether it was a dream, you were in the Ten of Cups, or you were building it. That was clearly affected, and this is clearly very important, playing a very important part now in the upright, coming in with the World card, that it's changing. It's making this decision. Look, there's like a face-off here. There's the key. It's the insight. It's the, yeah, this keeps getting bumped, so that's yours. It's like Hierophant, or excuse me, High Priestess energy, which of course is the counterpart to the Hierophant, the divine feminine energy, Cancer energy. Not surprising, that's seeing everything you couldn't see in the Moon energy that's here and making some decisions. It's taking off the rose-colored glasses here. You see all this stained glass window behind. There's a candle there. There's angel wings back there. Yeah, it's where are we going from here? Long-term energy, whether you were in it, you wanted it, you were working toward it. Commitments. What is this for you? You know, what does that mean for you? Because it's here and it's time. And it really feels time sensitive, because there is this feeling that somebody's ready to give up, you know? Is that you? But the wands are coming down now. You know, it really is a new cycle. I mean, a really new cycle. And you see it also connecting with the World card. I mean, look at this. Addressing this Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah. My gosh. They have a lot of regret. Oh, and this is where it wants to be the Lover's card. Gemini energy, of course. Venus. It's Venus energy, the planet of love, but Gemini brings in Mercury, lack of communication, look, the headbutting, and it's in reverse. Archangel Raphael, the angel for healing, for fixing what's broken, helping with new beginnings. Happiness, it's in reverse, so it hasn't been here, and this is why they're coming in. This is regret. Bad decisions, regret for their bad decisions. My gosh, because they still love you and broke something up here. Gosh, you guys, this is feeling just what I thought it would be, really big. Of course the Emperor is here in reverse. It's divine masculine energy. Libra. Okay. So here's what's going on. You're here watching this reading and you're saying, there's more cards here. There are. And I want to cry, but I've decided to go ahead and continue on. I don't know what happened. There's just some weird DAT file thing that went on with my camera here. And there was probably 5 minutes that just got lost. The last thing that I just went to check on it, on the card that I was talking about, was the Lover's card. I don't know if this picked up the Emperor coming down, the Magician coming down. And obviously I have my second deck in here. I turned over the top card because it wanted to be seen here, and the Devil card came down. So I'm going to just go right back into where I was in this reading, okay? Because this is an important reading, It's a reading that has felt from start to where I am now big. This is a reading of, whether it's someone that you are living with, having communication problems with, married to, I've even separated from, divorced from, that you're wanting to come back together with. Whether this is no contact or in separation, it's really clear that the lack of communication and possibly a third party here, which could also be your person, can be romantic connection, family of origin, somebody overworking, putting more into maybe money, being afraid of things, commitments, whatever the case may be. In any case, we see that. And in the Lover's card, that last card that came down before I lost a lot of these cards or lost 5 minutes of the reading, I was saying that Archangel Raphael is here in reverse. It's the angel for healing and fixing what's broken. When I turned the Devil card over, it was really clear to me that, somebody here has been either partaking in something, I want to say. There's maybe a third party, and it's affected you both because you're tethered. Whatever that is, whatever this person was doing, whether it was materialism, they were obsessed with something or someone, the Devil energy is here, and they have a lot of regret for their choices. So that is what I was talking about there. The Emperor came down, and also the Magician card. And I felt like the Magician card, I don't know if it picked that up actually. I didn't really look. And we're going to talk about all this too. It's really clear here that, and we'll talk about that as well. I don't even know if it picked up the Knight of Wands, but the Knight of Wands came down. And this is a really free-spirited, kind of lusty energy, leading with the heart and coming here. And I feel, bringing in an offer, and it can be really big. What is that for you? Is it marriage? Is it remarriage? Is it moving in together? Is it talking together? Is it someone that you're with now? Or who is this for you? You're going to know. But this Knight of Wands, I feel borrowed the wand from the Magician. It's the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy, Mercury energy. As above, so below. This is turning these visions into reality, taking that inspired action, handing the staff, the wand to the Knight of Wands, leaning their head back into the divine, into the source, into the sun, the crown chakra, and knowing what needs to be done. This is the Magician, access to everything, water, air, earth, and fire, the love, the friendship, the clarity in the relationship, the physical commitment, the passion, and the friendship here. And here's what was interesting. I brought in my second deck, my soul deck. It's in German. Doesn't matter. It's the same deck. It's smaller. It's German. And here's the King of Wands with that wand leading with the heart, also having gotten a rose here. So I think the Knight of Wands might have gone over here, got that wand, got that rose, and gave it to the king. Because this is a king who's on the move. It's a bold, powerful energy, twin flame energy for some of you, but this is also forever love. It's the long-term energy that we know is here, that had been interrupted, broken, didn't get realized, or was interrupted. In any case, it's the movement toward that. There's Gaia energy around it. And this bird here too is rising above those conflicts. All the conflicts, it's above. They know what needs to be done here. Now, as I brought in your deck, we also saw, as you can see, the Seven of Cups in reverse. It's Venus and Scorpio energy. And this doesn't surprise me at all because it's somebody who was stuck, whether it's commitment issues to do with romance, money, work, family of origin, religious, cultural differences, spiritual differences, how you live, for some of you, maybe raise a family. It's not for everybody. Whatever the case may be, we see that they were stuck. This came in reverse, and this is clarity. It's Their sense is being restored. They have regret. A lot of regret for their bad choices, which we also see here. And I don't know if it picked up. I'm sure it did. I hope. But because I'm not going to, this reading is just too important, I feel. And we're keeping it. And what was coming through really early on in the reading, I'm pretty sure it was picked up. It was a little bit of immature energy. And then we did see the Emperor in reverse, Aries and Mars energy. So we know it's there. Some ego as well. It was like kind of tantrum energy, you know, some discord and arguing possibly. And we can see that. So it's coming in kind of after. Could be much longer, okay? But it's somebody who loves you, who has regret and is seeing things here now. The last few cards that came in, that the new deck was only going on for a few minutes, was the Hangman and the High Priestess. And that also didn't surprise me because it has been a period of uncertainty. There have been power struggles here. There has to be some changes. You go in here. They have been in here, I feel, and they might still be here, but really deeply in here working it out. This is the crown chakra, and it's finding solutions and really getting a different perspective and changing everything and just downloads, you know, because they've been blocked. And we also see that, the bad decisions. They regret them because this is the High Priestess in reverse. Cancer and energy, divine feminine energy. It's clouded insight. Blocked intuition. Devil's card. They made decisions here that broke this connection or the hope. Communication. That's all you were doing. Or communication within this connection, whatever it was for you, it's big. And they have so many regrets. This is that. These are the decisions, and they connect directly with the devil. And the Hangman as well. And yeah, we felt the High Priestess coming, so I wasn't surprised. It's in reverse. And as I was saying before, I looked up and the camera went black and said dat or whatever, error, that we all have divine feminine and divine masculine energies. So whether this is your divine feminine and your divine masculine, it's irrelevant really for me. You're going to know. But it's definitely an overabundance of divine masculine energy. And you see it also in the High Priestess because that's divine feminine energy. And it's in reverse. And this is where they've been. And they might still be there. And this is where you go. And it's a 12 and that's a 3 and that's communication. The divine timing, growth. It's where you go to grow, to figure things out. The crown chakra, to find solutions. And then this was the last card. Hadn't talked about it yet. Just started to talk about it. And yeah, saw the camera. The Four of Wands in the upright. It's Venus and Aries energy. It can be that you either just saw them somewhere or you will be. Won't be for everyone. But the reunion energies here, whether it's online or in person, it feels really strong in person for many of you. And involving kind of making up, communication, a really healing conversation. And the friendship here is really important. Look how it is leading with the heart on every single wand. With the reunion energy wrapping around it all. It's the 4 areas of support and stability here. Mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. It's everything. It's the foundation here, which we see only 3 because we also know there is a really big missing link. It's the communication in reverse. Is everything. Because that foundation needs mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. Everything needs to line up. How you're living your lives, who's available, what you want, and the connection, the communication, honest communication, loyalty, fairness physically, being together, if that's part of your connection, whatever the case, however that means for you. They all hold each other up on that foundation. If one goes down, they all go down. Or there's an open, there's something missing. There's a wall missing. They all go down. There's a foundation with no walls. This is everything. So is this coming back together? And it's also, it's really soulmate energy coming in. Soulmate energy coming in. Deep soulmate energy. Soulmate energy. Also twin flame energy for some of you. in reverse. The soulmate twin flame energy hasn't changed. It's still here. We just know that this has been no contact and or in separation. So this could be coming to something really big, Libra. Whether this is someone in your life now, someone came through for you, or you know who you are here for. And whether if this is your reading or not, you're going to know that. I can't tell you. But this is big. It feels really big for me. For some of you, it does really feel like, you know, big offers. And maybe for some of you, even marriage is what I wanted to say. And the homecoming here can be into a home. We see that with the Ten of Cups and the Lovers in reverse. It can be a home. It can be, you know, apartment. You know what I mean? City, state, country. But it's also coming back into the connection and healing. So whether this is in person or not, and look at that blaring, close, beautiful sun energy in the background. The new cycle, the happiness, the outcome, the success, the victory wreath here. It's life-changing for me. This is one of those readings today, Libra. And I hope you're still here, because that was quite the interruption. I know. I kind of was really panicked and very upset. Came out of it, and I'm here because this is a reading that I feel like needs to continue. Yeah, and there wasn't really that much missed. Probably, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes of the second deck. Maybe some of these, I'm not sure. In any case, there we go. I have a channeled song deck that I want to look at. But let's first look at channeled love messages. Love messages from your person, Libra. Love messages from their higher self. I will always love you. I did not expect to fall so in love with you. When you feel my energy, it's because I'm thinking of you. That is also the Two of Cups. I write messages that I never send. I know that I have caused this mess. That's in the Hangman. It's the crown chakra. That's the working it out. I am ashamed of the way I handled things. Yeah. They have a lot of regret for some choices they made here. What choices did they make? Because when I decided to turn the card over, because it was just looking, I don't know, it's just calling to me. It was just really clear that there's regret for whatever went on in this. Because the Devil card, it's connected to the Lover's card. And you're intertwined, you're connected. So whatever they were doing was obviously affecting both of you and your connection. It's too many, but I usually take 3. There's 1 extra, but it feels like yours. You are my person. I really do care. Please believe me. Are you okay? And loved you yesterday. Love you still. Always have, always will. My body just reached for the channeled song messages. So that's Spirit's way of saying the love messages are over. And this is just flipping right off. So it can be songs of relevance to you, to the connection, to your person. Can be that. It's just the sentiment in the song. Even words, location, names, things that pop up that I won't even know. You're going to know. Channeled song messages, Libra. Well, I won't give up on us. Even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. I won't give up, Jason Mraz. This is manifesting your soulmate. Look at this. Yeah. Everything here in this Magician card. It is one of those readings. Would you really rush out for me now? Blindsided, Bon Iver. That's the King of Wands and also the Knight of Wands. But really that wand borrowed from the Magician, the Knight brought it to the King. And also a rose, you know, coming here. And timing-wise, it feels fast because that 7 of Pentacles in reverse. And I will stumble and fall. I'm still learning, just starting to crawl. Say something, a great big world. Don't want to give my heart away to another stranger, or let another day begin. Won't even let the sunlight in. No, I'll never love again. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, I'll never love again. I bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you. And so I beg you, let it be me. Let it be me, the Everly Brothers. All I want is nothing more. To hear you knocking at my door. All I want, Codaline. These last are yours again. So I think there's a point in that, because 3 is usually the most I take for the divine. And the last 2 decks here of more have been 4. And that's the 4 areas of support and stability. And that's a message for me today. You're always in my head. You're always in my head. You're always in my head. Always in my head, Coldplay. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud. Maybe we found love right where we are. Thinking out loud, Ed Sheeran. And maybe I'll find out a way to make it back someday. To watch you, to guide you through the darkest of your days, wherever you will go, the calling. I don't want to be just a memory. Always remember us this way. Lady Gaga. Libra. Quite the reading, a little bit of drama, but I'm really happy to have, come back in. And I really enjoyed your reading. It's my honor. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed your reading, Libra, please like the reading. That really helps me a lot. I always feel pathetic asking, but I really need to ask. Watching readings, liking them, sharing them if you're inspired, and subscribing to the Tarot Closet. These are things that really help the channel continue to grow. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for joining me today. I'm sending you love and light, all good things on your love journey. I look forward to seeing you at another Love Tarot reading, Libra. Have a beautiful day. Bye.